Hi there. It's another long reading today. And this time the reading is taken from the Holy Gospel according to Luke, chapter 4, verses 16 to 30. Jesus came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and went up to the synagogue on the Sabbath day as he usually did. He stood up to read, and they handed him the scroll of the prophet Isaiah. Unrolling the scroll, he found the place where it is written, "The Spirit of the Lord has been given to me, for he has anointed me. He has sent me to bring the good news to the poor, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to the blind new sight, to set the downtrodden free, to proclaim the Lord's year of favor." And then rolled up the scroll, gave it back to the assistant, and sat down. And all eyes in the synagogue were fixed on him. Then he began to speak to them. This text is being fulfilled today, even as you listen. And he won the approval of all, and they were astonished by the gracious words that came from his lips. They said, "This is Joseph's son, surely." But he replied, "No doubt you will quote me the saying, 'Physician, heal yourself,' and tell me, 'We have heard all that has happened in Capernaum. Do the same here in your own countryside.' And he went on, 'I tell you solemnly, no prophet is ever accepted in his own country.' There were many widows in Israel, I can assure you. In Elijah's day, when heaven remained shut for 3 years and 6 months, and a great famine raged throughout the land, but Elijah was not sent to any of these. He was sent to a widow of Zarephath, a Sidonian town. And in the prophet Elijah's time, there were many lepers in Israel, but none of these were cured except the Syrian Naaman. When they heard this, everyone in the synagogue was enraged. They sprang to their feet and hustled him out of the town, and they took him up to the brow of the hill of the town was built on, intending to throw him down the cliff. But he slipped through the crowd and walked away. The Gospel of the Lord. Here we notice that the people of the town that which Jesus grew up were very critical of Jesus, or at least Jesus understood their thoughts and said that definitely you're going to say this to me. I believe this is a dilemma for all of us when we come to attempting to be successful in the place at which we grew up, in a place where the society, the neighbors, the families in that village know our background. And because they know our background, 2 things happen. They define you as one of them, and they can't see you as being one of them, how you can be bigger or more successful than them, because they know you where you grew up, what kind of food you ate, what kind of education you had. So their perception of you kind of defines you, and it's very difficult to move out of that mold, to break through that ceiling. The other reason is not just the people around you, it is also your own self-esteem, your complex that you develop amongst the people. You can't see yourself moving out because you yourself don't believe in yourself. When you see your peers in the neighborhood not being able to reach a certain level, then you will be constrained by the standards that are defined in that society. It's only when you move away that you find that you are able to break the mold. Now, I go to Toastmasters, and I've seen that Toastmasters clubs that have higher standards generally have better speakers. So if the bar is raised, each of us will raise our own standards to meet the minimum bar. So there are two reasons that you may not be able to grow and break the mold and move up to your full potential. One is the people around you that are holding you down because they have not raised the bar enough. Number two is your own complex. So if you can move out of these two complexes, one is the people around you, and the second is your own ceiling that you've set for yourself, we can all become the best that we are meant to be. And that's my thought for today. Have a good day.